This video is sponsored by my favorite website creator, Squarespace, the best place to go when you want to get a domain or create a beautiful website or an online store. Some people want kids and already have them. Heartbreakingly, some people want kids and don't have them. Equally heartbreaking, people having kids and then wishing they could just push them back in. It happens more than you think, based on my comment section anyway. Finally, there's my category, neither wanting nor having kids. Why not? Well, I don't have a dark secret to tell you really, and I don't have any of the normal super valid reasons why having children is a bit harder. I don't have any mental health issues or clinical depression to worry about, or a lack of suitable parenting partner, or any medical difficulties. I just don't want kids. And there's nothing wrong with that. The Guardian has this summer published a whole series in which different women tell their own highly personal reasons for choosing child-freeness. Everything from not affording it, to climate crisis anxiety, to enjoying their freedom, and so on. And in a recent episode of the High Low podcast, Dolly Allerton and Pandora Sykes shared that the show has never gotten a bigger reaction to an episode topic than that of motherhood and choosing to stay child-free. 3 years ago, I posted a video on YouTube about not wanting kids, and it has to date over 5,000 comments, and new comments still roll in daily. It's such an important discussion, and I know a lot of women feel alone in this, so let's encourage each other in the comments and give this video a like to help spread it to more people on YouTube. At dinner parties, when I'm asked why I'm not a mother yet and replying that I actually don't want kids ever, the immediate reaction is most often confusion, I would say. Why? How could anyone not want kids? Maybe she physically can't, or was she abused as a kid? Is she just a bone-dry sociopath careerist? One of those non-binaries or whatever they call themselves nowadays. Okay, I don't know what goes on in the mind of that other dinner party guest at that point, and I don't know why I made this particular one into a Karen, but I can tell that this is a mind boggle for most people. It seems like the majority of dinner party guests come to the conclusion that there must be a reason, that if I could, surely I would. Procreating is the norm after all, it's natural, it's the sole reason for our genitals. It's what we're put here to do and the source of our deepest, juiciest feelings of love. So if we choose not to, there has to be a reason. Although there are a lot of childless people out there wanting but not being able to have children, I'm not one of them, which gives me a low-key bad conscience somewhere in my chest area. I can give and have given quite a few reasons for not wanting kids. For example, I love my lifestyle, running my own business, traveling, moving to new countries, and having hours and hours all to myself, doing what I want, reading, eating the same lunch and dinner for a month straight, and the luxury of 8 hours uninterrupted sleep. It's a simple life, not having kids. It's calm, it's clean, white walls, white rugs, and there's the ethics of it, not bringing more kids onto an overcrowded, exhausted planet. Not to mention, for the sake of my finances. And guys, what about the biology? Having someone growing inside my stomach for months with a gory grand finale of coming out of my... what now? Who else got a spine chill just from imagining what that must feel like? And to anyone who's experienced it firsthand, I'm mightily impressed. And as my friends with kids will tell you, more than a little curious. I do love some gore. But no matter how valid these points are, especially that last one, I'm gonna come clean. For the sake of every child-free person who's ever suffered a Karen snubbing them off at a dinner party, here goes. For me, not having children is not a sacrifice. I don't invest in condoms for the sake of my career or lifestyle or personal finances. I don't choose between traveling or children. I don't care so much about the rainforest that I stay away from baby making. Does anyone? Really? Even if I could have the baby cake and eat it too, even if I could be a successful, financially comfortable, calm minimalist mom on a healthy planet, I still wouldn't. And maybe that is my dirty, dark secret. Children just aren't my vibe. I like kids, sure, I just don't want one for myself. It's not that I can't find reasons why I shouldn't have kids, it's more that I can't find a single reason why I should. Maybe that makes me an entitled, individualist millennial, too narcissistic to appreciate the selfless happiness you get from caring for another being. Or maybe it just makes me a person not meant to be a mother. If you are a proud parent, or if you wish to be, I don't in any way want to rain on your parade. I think it's great that you want kids. Parents and child-freers are not in like opposing trenches with some kind of will I won't I no man's land in between. There's no bad blood. One person's choice doesn't make the other person's choice wrong or ill-advised. I love that you have or hoping to have kids. I applaud you taking on that adventure, and I'm sure you can list as many reasons for having kids as I can for not. That's the point. The reasons we list mean nothing to the other group. I can tell you about my white crayon-free walls. You can tell me about the smell of a baby's hair-free scalp. Both of us will be left kind of unmoved. I will not burn my condoms, and you will not start looking for boarding schools abroad. Since I've always known I don't want to have kids, I've not been that damaged by the societal pressure to reproduce. Instead of getting hurt by being called selfish, an unfulfilled woman, and a traitor to the Aryan race by dude with Pepper the Frog as their profile picture. Let's not even go there. That's a whole other video. My reaction has been more of confusion. I'm stunned that anyone would care so much about my underused uterus, you know? So let's look at the most common criticism I get online for not having kids. First of all, you'll change your mind when you get older. How much older exactly? This mostly stopped when I turned 30 though. Secondly, the whole you'll regret it when you're old and lonely and you have no one to take care of you. That's a fair point. A lot of people north of 70 rely on their kids for friendship and food shopping and jam jar opening. I just don't think that my potential lonely old lady existence is a good enough reason to have kids. I mean, I feed David turmeric pills and raw broccoli daily to keep him alive until at least, 110. Besides, I could always hire a live-in assistant if need be. It'll even be cheaper than raising a kid, I reckon. Better open a retirement savings account today just for that. Just kidding. And thirdly, you're selfish. Yes, I am. That's just stating the obvious. We're all human. The vast majority of our decisions are based on personal gain, whatever that decision happens to be. Having kids is selfish. Not having kids is selfish. Calling someone selfish for not having kids is selfish. I'm completely fine with this. But sadly, most child-free people aren't as unharmed as I am. Getting pressured into parenthood by family or friends, even strangers, is still so common. Every day, people not meant to have kids do. Talking about this publicly on my own channels has had the result of like a tsunami of messages, comments and DMs from people across the board. Happy parents, unhappy parents, childless, child-free people, and actually other influencers have told me that they're not going public with their child-free decision because they fear the reactions when speaking out. I've never gotten a reaction this big on any other issue. Well, except for maybe when I shaved off my eyebrows. I realize I'm privileged for even having the choice. For many, having children isn't only a road to self-realization or whatever, it's actually survival. And believe me, I do feel privilege oozing out of my pores as I speak, and I realize how lucky I am to be born into a safe and financially secure society. But what about David, you might ask? We are both in this together after all. Well, he'll be happy as long as we're getting dogs. 2 of them. And I don't mind that. Let's call it a compromise. How are you feeling? Are you a happy parent or unhappy childless, or what's your situation? Do you feel like your society and friends and family would accept your decision in this, whatever that decision would be? Whatever your decision does end up being, let's continue this conversation until every woman in every country feels comfortable and encouraged to make up her own mind. Like always, your body, your rules. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It means that the video will be pushed to more people. And feel free to subscribe if you haven't yet. I make social commentary and pop culture and lifestyle video essays every week. Hope to see you next week already. Lots of love and support whatever your situation is. We're here for each other, aren't we? Do you want to create a beautiful site? Maybe start your own social commentary blog? If so, you should definitely do it with Squarespace. They have great blogging tools to share your stories, photos and videos to make it easy to reach your audience. You can also auto-post your content to Twitter, Facebook or Tumblr. And simply schedule your posts for them to be properly tagged, and the descriptions and titles and everything will show up correctly. You can of course add your social media accounts to your site so that it's easy for your readers to find you everywhere. Squarespace also have great traffic analytics so that you can see how many people are visiting your site and how long they're staying for, and like where they're coming from and what they're interested in. Like, I don't know, feminist discussions or motherhood, for example. So what are you waiting for? Go get your free trial today at squarespace.com, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/jennymustard to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Thanks for watching, you guys, and see you next week already. Puss puss and hej då!
And sun all the time.
Yes, sun all the time, and lights. There's never darkness.
And they go to the beach and stuff. Like in Sweden, the kids they have to stay indoors for 8 months of the year.
Puzzles.
No puzzles.
Indoor soccer.
Video games.
Indoor soccer.
Yeah.